Imagine sitting in your living room this evening, perhaps resting after a long day, and suddenly the hum of the fan stops. The television goes silent and the house becomes still. For many of us in Nigeria, this is a sound we know far too well. But today, the silence carries a different message. It is not just a random fault or a transformer issue in your street. It is the beginning of a 4-day journey that will test our patience and our plans. The Nigerian Independent System Operator, which many of us know as NISO, has sent out a very important warning that affects every home, every shop, and every office across our great nation. From today, February 12, until the 15th of February, we are expected to see a significant drop in the amount of electricity available for everyone to use. We are talking about a loss of roughly 935 megawatts. To help you understand how much that is, think of it this way. Nearly one-fifth of all the power we usually have for the entire country is being taken away for these few days. Now, you might be asking yourself, why is this happening right now, especially when the weather is so warm and we need our fans and fridges the most? The answer lies in something very necessary, but also very difficult. A major gas facility managed by Seplat Energy in partnership with the NNPC has started a scheduled maintenance routine. They are working on the very pipes and machines that send gas to the big power plants that keep our lights on. They say this work is essential to make sure the equipment does not break down completely later. But while they are working to fix the future, our present will feel a bit darker and perhaps a bit warmer. Before we go deeper into which areas will feel this the most, let us take a moment to reflect. We often take the flick of a switch for granted until the bulb stays dark. This situation reminds us how connected we all are. When one gas plant in one part of the country stops to wash its engines, a barber in Kano or a mother in Enugu feels the impact. Have you started noticing the power going off more frequently today? It is important for us to stay informed so we can plan our lives and our businesses. This drop in power is not affecting just one or two small stations. Some of the biggest names in Nigerian power generation are on the list. Plants like Egbin, Azura, Sapele, and Transcorp are directly in the line of this gas shortage. These are like the big heartbeats of our national grid. Because they won't be getting enough gas, they cannot produce the electricity we need. Other stations like Olonusogo and Omotosho might also feel the squeeze indirectly. When the big ones struggle, the whole system feels the pain. It is during times like this that we see the value of clear communication. If you feel that knowing these updates helps you manage your home better, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. It helps us keep bringing you the news that matters to your daily life in a way that is easy to understand and share with your neighbors. Now, you might wonder what the government is doing to make sure we don't fall into total darkness. NISO has explained that they are working very closely with the electricity distribution companies, the ones we call discos, to manage the little power that is left. They call it load shedding. This is a fancy way of saying they will share the available light in a rotational way so that everyone gets a little, even if nobody gets it all. They have promised to do this in a way that is fair and transparent. However, they have also made one thing clear. Some places must come first. Hospitals, security installations, and essential water services will be given priority. I think we can all agree that even if our homes are dark, we want the doctors in the emergency rooms to have the light they need to save lives. We also want our security agencies to have the power they need to keep our streets safe during these 4 days. It is a sacrifice we are being asked to make for the common good of the country. But let us think about the workers who are out there today, on February 12, working on those gas facilities. Their goal is to finish by the 15th so that by February 16th, the gas can start flowing again and the lights can come back on in full. They say this work is about asset integrity. In English simple, they are making sure the machines are strong enough to last. It is like a man taking his car for a major service so it doesn't stop in the middle of a long journey. The problem is, while the car is at the mechanic, the family has to work. As we go through these next few days, it is a good time to look at how we use our power. Maybe we can turn off the bulbs in the rooms we are not using. Maybe we can charge our phones whenever the light comes on, even for an hour. Small actions can help the system stay stable. Have you found any clever ways to keep your home cool or your food fresh when the power is out for long periods? We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments, as your experience might help someone else watching this on their phone right now. This news reminds us of a bigger conversation we need to have as a nation. Why do we rely so much on just one source like gas? And why does a 4-day maintenance job cause so much worry for over 200 million people? These are the questions that we must keep asking. While we wait for February 16th for the promised restoration, let us stay patient and helpful toward one another. As we close today's commentary, let us reflect on the idea of planning. The authorities told us this was coming, which is better than waking up to a total collapse without warning. But knowing it is coming doesn't make the heat any less or the cost of fuel for generators any cheaper. It shows us that as a country, we are still on a very long road towards energy security. When the lights eventually come back on, let us not forget the lessons of these 4 days. Let us think about how we can support better infrastructure and more reliable energy for our children. Thank you for spending this time with us. Stay safe, keep your phones charged when you can, and we will continue to keep you updated on this and other matters of national importance.